Men are struggling in silence and it's killing us. Well, today we'll be breaking down the things that guys never get a chance to talk about. Their silent struggles. Where this isn't about complaints, it's about growing, surviving, and healing your internal self. So, men struggle, or how do I say this? Men are 3 to 4 times more likely to suicide than women. Not because we're weaker, but we're taught to integrate our feelings and our emotions to ourselves. That's the image that we all gotten from our, um, our influences or influencers, in the sense of Genghis Khan. Remember to go back to my video that about Genghis Khan and Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great. They're all people that are all men and legends that they have their inner struggles, they have their inner thoughts, their inner emotions that they never really projected, and that's always the image that men have. If you show your emotions, you're weak, which sometimes isn't the case. I would say showing your emotions is something very, very good to somebody. I'm not saying show your emotions to everybody, but show your emotions to people who are close to you, people who have a sentimental value into your life, that are important in your life. Who's more important in your parents, your brother, your sister, your close family friend, or your very, very close friend that's always been you from the thick and thin? So I would say, when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I felt that way too. I felt that, of course, the image that I always got in, as I said, it gave me a sense of, okay, I'll tough it up, I'll get my things together. And since when I was starting my e-commerce journey, my dropshipping journey, it didn't go really well. I did as many stores as possible. I invested so much money into things like that, and everything went sideways. When I had a chance to start posting ads and getting to know all these things, it kind of got me into a different world. It got me into a different level of feeling that I've never felt. So I'll say to you guys, it's very important to talk your problems to, I don't know, even if you don't have close family and close friends and things like that. Talk to a therapy that you feel confident, you feel comfortable talking to, and things like that. It's very important to show that. So I'll say, for you guys who are starting their entrepreneurship journey and getting into the journey of becoming successful in any part of their life, making sure that you don't get yourself in a state of mind that, I can just solve all our problems. You can't solve all your problems, and very important to get that message out there to you guys. And yeah, it's going to be very important to show that. The reason why this matters is because your internal struggles can lead into burnout, can lead into negative emotions, can lead to toxic relationships, can lead to addiction, bad habits, and indecisiveness in your life, right? So, like everything, there's a solution in life. Everything has a solution. There's always something. There's always something that can be resolved, and that's why you can never give up. You know, we lose our sense of being grounded and just being in being here in general. So we have to focus on being just relaxed, calm, making sure that any struggle, any issue you have, there's always a solution to it. You can probably talk it out to yourself. If it's a very minor problem, but not if it's a big problem that you wanna talk to somebody or someone that can actually help you in the problem. It's very important to do that. And yeah, I think that's the way you can kind of, the reason why this matters. It's very important to know that. The 5 things you could do to overcome these, or things that you could do to just not feel lost in your problems and your internal struggles, is talk to somebody. Talk to a therapist, your close family friend. Talk to someone that has comfortability, and doesn't talk about your problem. Someone who isn't, super. Also, sometimes people, you get to know people, and they probably don't have the best advice. It's very, so you get to know when and know when and not to talk about your problems to certain other people in your life. The second thing is journal or voice note, or a voice note to yourself, right? If you don't have anybody, if that's if you don't have the time to talk to anybody, just get your thoughts out there. Just get your thoughts in a voice message, in a nice journal. What do you feel? What's your thing that you're feeling, and all these other things. It's very important to get that out there, and it's very important to just know your voice as well, and the emotion that you're saying into it. Same thing with your words, your selection words when it comes to writing it. The third thing is prioritize your body, your sleep, your recovery, your activeness, your sunlight, your diet, making sure you got all those things in check. Because sometimes people say not, sometimes your body doesn't, or your internal body doesn't correlate to your mind what it does. If you're eating sluggish food, if you're eating very bad food, you're not being active, you're not having at least a walk, or you're not getting some sun and just breathing in fresh air, you're not sleeping well. Sleep is very important. You have to get your sleep, you have to get your recovery well. It's very important to succeed as well. If your body's in check, you succeed. Very important. It's very, very important. The fourth thing is limit escapism. Avoid drowning your feelings into yourself. Avoid substances, distractions, such as, corn and, fapping, and then looking women at lust and things like that. It's very important because, one, I can say, how I said before, that it makes you look weak, but it's very important because then if you kind of when it comes to your deep feelings, you feel the escapism and you feel that part in your life, and it's like, fuck, damn, like it hits you. But very important to limit your escapism, and do things like, the opposite. Go out there, go talk to people, go express yourself in a way of learn a skill. Communication skill is very important. Go into, personal branding if you're thinking about it, or go into, now we have a lot of opportunities online to start making money and things like that if you're at a good age and have knowledge of how the world works and how money works and how to create and build an empire. And the last and final thing is build a brotherhood. It's very important that you find a group of men, or you find a man or a friend, very good friend of yours, that probably have the same issues in life, or you have someone that you just can talk to in general. You could look at them and you can talk to them about any problem that you have, and they can probably give you advice. And I do the same thing as well. If there's a problem with my friend, I'm like, yo, what's up, any good? Let's talk about it. Or same thing when it comes to your girlfriend. If you have a girlfriend, talk about, if you feel comfortable, talk about your problems, things like that. And then they can probably give you advice, or you can kind of take it in a way that, in a good way, take it in a bad way sometimes. Or if not comfortable, probably they might not give you a good advice. But find someone who keep it honest and tells you straight to your face what's the problem, the mission, and they have the same mission of becoming successful and just have a balanced life. And they have a balanced life just like yours, and it kind of find a similarity type of person very hard nowadays because already has the same mentality. But yeah, very important. To end off the video, I want to tell you guys that don't let your emotions and thoughts overcome. You will feel regret when weakness. You will show regret of weakness. You will show that freak, like I enter a state of weakness. When showing them. When you were showing them, when you were studying to somebody that probably weren't comfortable saying you the first time you're saying it to somebody, it's very important. Remember, we're all human. We're not alone. But remember, don't exploit your emotions because it can turn against you and it can reflect weakness. As we went back to the beginning of the video, sometimes we say, man, oh yeah, you can't really show emotion. But I'll say the most important thing is that don't show emotion to people that doesn't give value or doesn't give advice. Show emotion, show the emotion, show the feeling that you have to people who actually value you, that know you. So then that shows that if you show emotions to everybody, you're not even that much closer to friends. Make any sense? And it can make you weak for sure, and it kind of shows you have to tell your problems to everybody. That's not the way to go. So yeah, hope you guys are crushing it in life. Hope you guys are grinding. Summer is right in the corner. Well, this is the video that is going to start a little series when it comes to me posting weekly, or probably 2 times a week for you guys for the summer. My focus is going to be on giving you guys value, giving you guys just straight out facts and the reality of how entrepreneurship and how just life is and how to better your life. So as we go back, this is your reminder. It's okay to not be okay. Just don't stay there. Don't stay in that state of mind. Don't stay with your inner struggles. And yeah, if this helped, make sure you go check the last video. It was an absolute banger. Drop a comment if you ever struggle with mental health, if you're comfortable sharing it. And as always, I'm watching from afar. And as always, stay true, guys. Peace.